Incoming transmission.
Picture this. A recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion on the 16th of July 2018. I'm looking at Super BurgerTime on the arcade. Yes, indeed. This is the follow-up to BurgerTime, but this time it's done a little differently. So let's have a look and see where we're at. Okay, so graphically it has changed quite a bit. There's a nice sort of cartoony style to it now. Now you can jump, which is a bit of a change. And now when you stun enemies with your pepper pot, you can now send them to oblivion. Now you can get power-ups and all sorts of stuff here. So we've got like a salt blaster now, which makes life a little easier. See, there's a lot more on the screen going on now. To the left and the right of the screen, you can see that you do get helpful little pickups that you can grab hold of. That does eliminate the problem of having not enough sort of weaponry that you had the problem with in the first game. They have really ramped this up to be a much better looking game, and it does seem to be a better game in general, to be honest. So you get these shoes, which I'm going to get now. You can actually see him wearing them as well, which is quite nice. And those will make you jump higher, which is quite cool. And you can get multiples of those, don't think it really matters too much. There you go, you can jump up levels quite easily. The only problem is I've just got to figure out now how to jump, like do little jumps to be able to get up the ledges without jumping too hard. Now the other thing is you actually get these spatulas as well, so now you can bash the enemies to death with a spatula and frying pans, so you're not just limited to your salt shaker anymore. There you go, bang bang, that egg is dead. So there you go. It makes life a little bit easier for you being able to hit these guys. Now that is time limited, so you just got to be careful what you're doing, but other than that you can wail away on them as much as you like. Now the idea, as per normal, is to get the burger assembled. See there, I didn't quite get that one done. But once it's done, you get the level bonus and you will carry on your merry way. Now the control system is lovely, so it's up and down, left and right. And then you have jump and you have a fire button as well. So you can see that the premise remains the same from the first game, so you'll have multiple burgers to assemble. And the level design is rather nice. Now, you also, if I recall correctly, you also get end of game bosses, well, end of level bosses. Once you've done a certain amount of stages, you will fight a boss. So we will hopefully show you a couple of those along the way, which will be quite nice for you to see. But graphic presentation on this is so much better. So well done to Data East for that. It's a great game. I actually prefer this over the original BurgerTime. And for those of you who didn't realise this one existed, well, welcome to the BurgerTime sequel, Super BurgerTime. Now, you'd expect something like this to be on the Super Nintendo, wouldn't you, with a title like that? But no, this is arcade. I'm not actually sure what the SNES, I think the Super Nintendo version of BurgerTime, I think was basically the arcade one. I will investigate, but like I said before, I'm in no rush to keep doing same sort of vids over and over again. I've got to say thank you very much for your input, by the way, over the course of the poll for Mr. Do. I will be doing more stuff like that in future because I think that worked really quite nicely, so thanks a lot for that. And you voted for Double Dragon as well, so last week's review of Double Dragon is all down to you guys. I think if you guys are on Facebook, pop by our page, all the details will be found at the end of this video. Please pop along and say hi. We're also on Twitter as well. All social media links and stuff are available, so please check that out. I think they're in the README file as well, in the comments. So have a look at that as well. And feel free to get in touch if there's a game that you'd love to see reviewed. Then pop it in the comments. If I've got it or can get my hands on it, then I will certainly do it for you. No problem at all. So there we are. Participation, folks. We are an interactive channel. Woo. I say we. It's just me, really. I don't have anybody else to fall back on. It's just me, myself, and I. So there we are. But yes, I think if you enjoyed the original BurgerTime, I think you're going to have a great time with this one. And it's just very cute. It reminds me of Out to Lunch on the Amiga quite a lot, actually, the graphic presentation of this one. So that's not a bad thing either, because that was a great game. But I think possibly that out to lunch borrowed from this rather than the other way around. But yeah, great games in their own rights. So there we are. Yeah, the size of this burger. I mean, this guy is tiny, and he's assembling these huge burgers. For who exactly? And would you want a burger that's been trampled on to be made? Oh, and there's the thing. Just found that. So now you can sort of jump on the burger and trample it, so to speak. So you don't have to keep jumping up and down on it. The stages themselves seem to be quite nice. Here we go. I think this is going to be a boss stage. There we go. So it's a bee's hive. Way, which makes no sense. So you can chuck all those burgers at the bees, and I think you've got to basically try and hit the hive. There we go. Yeah, without getting hit yourself, which is easier said than done. So we'll just keep on keep going. And this one looks like it's 2 players as well, folks. As you can see in the top right hand corner, it says push button. And I think this is a 2-player simultaneous or cooperative game, as you might prefer it to be called. So you can grab a mate and get them to come and assemble burgers with you. What a great idea. So yes, Super BurgerTime, and I'm enjoying myself with this game, so we'll continue playing it for a little bit more. Sound-wise is nice as well, very arcadey. But you'd expect that from an arcade, of course, but you know what I mean. It's that classic arcade noise. Now, the level design on this is really, really cool. Like this, the fact that we've got into a different zone now, and the ladders are made up of sweets. That's quite nice. Can't eat them, obviously, but the level design is great. The fact that the food walks around as well. It is like literally a homage to the original BurgerTime, but I think this one's so much better. It just works, and you guys will have a lot of fun with this, especially if you like this sort of game. It's very much along the lines of sort of Rodland and things like that. But yeah, if you're into your sort of platformy games, then you will enjoy this one a fair bit, I think. So if you can get your hands on Super BurgerTime, then I thoroughly recommend that you give it a playthrough. I think you will be pleasantly surprised if you've never played a BurgerTime game before that these are actually great fun to play. It will. It's one of those games that sort of like kills time as well. So if you've got a bit of time on your hands and you want to just kill a bit of time, this is the ideal game for you. There's no sort of bonus pickups other than what you can see on the sides of the screen there. You can there's a numerous amounts though. I think that's your girlfriend. I think that might actually be player 2. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if that's who you would actually get with you, but I can't unfortunately show you the 2-player mode because I'm on my own. But it's great, and it's a lot of fun. There's not really a downside. The level design is as such that it's not going to have you ripping your hair out too much. You can see I'm dying quite a bit, but it's not annoying me as much as it would normally with a game. It's kind of just, get up and carry on and enjoy yourself, whereas there's games out there that really struggle, and you will get frustrated and rip your hair out a little bit. But this is just fun. It's cutesy, it's got all the right ingredients, excuse the pun, for a game that's going to keep you hooked and come back for more and more. There's other things that you'll have to avoid as well while you're playing the game, such as that the hammer is actually making the ground shake, which makes me and everything else jump up and down. I think it can stun you, so you've got to be careful with stuff like that as well. But all in all, this is a great game, and I think you guys should at least give it a go. Data East, of course, one of the best, or one of the biggest coin-op sort of game manufacturers, or game giants, as we should say. I think if you haven't heard of a Data East game, then you've been living in a cave. But they've done some really good releases. So there we are. So I'm going to put a poll up on Facebook for next week's reviews, and I'm going to give you guys the power to tell me what you want. I will put at least 2 or 3 different choices, and then you just vote for the one you want to see. I'll probably end up doing all of them at some point anyway, but I want to see what sort of order you would like them done in. So prioritise them for me, folks. But that will be coming hopefully shortly after this review goes live, to be honest. So keep an eye on our Facebook page for some interactivity there. I'm also going to be looking at going live at some point in the near future. I've just got to sort that out first, but that is something else that's on the cards. So I'll just keep the channel fresh, and you guys seem to be enjoying it, so I think I'm heading in the right direction with everything. If you've got any comments or suggestions, then please feel free to leave them in the comments. I always get back to you guys anyway. Really enjoy logging on and seeing that somebody's left a comment. So thank you ever so much for being interactive with me and the channel. Keeps it going, and it's very nice. And if you know anybody else that would like the channel, point them in my direction. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there, but I'm going to carry on with a bit more play for you. So Hope you've enjoyed the review. Hello to new subscribers. You guys are more than welcome on the channel. Hello to existing subscribers. Without you, I wouldn't be doing this little... There we are. So, you keep it retro, guys. I'll catch you next time. This has been Super BurgerTime on the arcade. I've been Rich. This has been the Retro Revival Show. I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.